Welcome to the third episode of season one of the new Sitdown with Damen. Today's episode, I would like to talk about both self branding in general, and being true to ourselves. Now, being true to ourselves can be being true to our personality, our morals, values, our ethics, or as a business, being true to those morals, values, and ethics, as well as our core customer base, right? And so, I think lots of people that I think lots of people they tend to stop, or sometimes they unintentionally deviate from being true to themselves in certain circumstances, and that's okay as long as they guide themselves back to being true to themselves. um an example would be my brand, Ageless Talent Global, ATG Productions, right? We try and be an international brand, and we try and push we try and push ourselves to be relevant in all outlets and facets of the entertainment industry. And so we've done that via our previous um our previous magazine, Ageless Arts Magazine. Now in there we did not do censorship. And so, because I wanted to allow every bit of art to get there, I didn't do censor. And so we had some risque pieces and stuff, but those who wanted to advertise their brands, they were okay with it. It was certain younger folks. Of course, I would never position i- in the same sections of the magazine the younger folks, but they rightfully so were true to their brands and no longer were in my magazine, which is okay in that it's okay because they were being true to their brand. After a certain age, you want in the modeling and the music industries, you want to be wholesome, and to maintain that wholesomeness, you don't want to be portrayed or associated with risque things. Now, that being said, the risqueness and stuff, right? That you don't want to be um associated with the children. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's not your customer base. Most people that are buying a publication or subscribing to something that wants the risque stuff, they would be turned off by the children being in it. They they would raise eyebrows, right? And then the advertisers. So the advertisers, if the advertisers are for adult products, not like sexual products, but adult as in products made for grown-ups, they then you don't want um or need children or to be purchasing the products, or people, yes, family members and such might want the products, but you just don't want that blend, that variation of your core customer base. And so we have to be very cognizant of these things. um Values, personal values, right? Some people that they like to always go to bed and go to bed early, things like that. Now, your friends peer pressuring you or forcing you to come out once in a while, yeah, that's not being true to yourself. That's deviating from your traditions. But will they really hurt you? Probably not. But let's say now you're being forced out every weekend. And cool, you if you don't work the weekends, that could be okay. But now we start going down the slippery slope. If then the weekends turn into we're going out on thirsty Thursdays, things like that. And so slowly compromising yourself, your values. Yeah. Sometimes we compromise our values to spare people's feelings. People have very, very delicate feelers these days. People are very PC and they believe in that kind of junk. Um, Me, believe in honesty, brute honesty, but also don't believe in hate. If you are very honest and you're not spewing hate, what's the point of being PC? I I, I really don't understand that. Um, I see PC as censorship, but that's neither here nor there. Um, because people's feelings are hurt, some people will um, walk on eggshells around certain things, or they will soften certain things, or do things differently just to spare people's feelings. That's th- that could become not okay if you're not being true to yourself. Businesses do that too. About a year ago, um, who was it? There was some big businesses that were same day pulling out of a WWE pay-per-view, and the reason being was because of the allegations on Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Now, does he speak for all of WWE? No. Does everybody in WWE have sex scandals? No. But they didn't want to be associated with this unwholesome person. And so, association by association, they wanted to pull their sponsorship. I think it was Slim Jim. I could be wrong. But WWE were blessed by Vincent K. McMahon removing himself from the WWE. So then the WWE could uphold their values of not putting up with sexual scandals. And then that sponsor didn't have to drop WWE because they wanted to be a more wholesome sponsor. And so when we go through our daily lives, we should think of our person as a business, right? Or even as media figures, influencers, fighters, artists, professionals. We are brands, and there's things that people are attracted to us or drawn to us. And so if we start letting down our beliefs, laying down our values, laying down our morals, laying down our traditions, our customs, our norms, then not only are we laying ourselves down, but we are laying down if we're a business, our customers, or influencer, or celebrity, or artist, or professional, we're laying down our customers. But as human beings, our customers are our friends and associates. And so if we start letting a few people start influencing us in negative directions, then we are losing our customers, the people who are taking our time, purchasing our time, or leasing our time. And so try and we should try and not do that. We should try and be true to ourselves, because being true to ourselves is also being true to our relationships, interpersonal relationships. which is our customer bases, and that is in both business and in personal. Um, before I get off, I wanted to share results from this BJJ tournament, my first BJJ tournament. Um, right? So it didn't go exactly as planned. However, it did come away with some hardware. So I'm not gonna lie and act like I did amazing. I didn't. Um, so I got third place in bronze third place in masters plus uh no master one middleweight uh no gi. I got bronze third place in masters um middleweight gi, and then I got gold via nobody stepped up to compete against me in the sorry, I should predicate that all of mine are not just masters, which is my age bracket, but they're also white belt. And so I got gold in masters, white belt, um, open weight, because of all these fighters. So there were three people in my weight division there were three people in my weight division for for uh for Nogi Masters uh Nogi Masters middleweight, right? But was there was multiple other weight classes, and those weight classes were even more stacked than my weight class. And sorry, have to hydrate. Um so there were those other weight classes that were even stacked, but these people who love the arts and stuff, courageous, right? They couldn't take the leap of faith and bet on themselves to face people of a different size, people bigger than them or smaller than them, and see how their game adapts, or if they were really that good, or if they could only face or match people the same weight as them. And so think about that when it comes in terms of branding yourself, right? If you say that you're this fighter, I'm not the most skilled fighter, but I'll guarantee you I'm the gutsiest and most courageous fighter. And I've got the heart that most fighters pretend that they have, but they don't have. That's why I've never backed down for a fight or from a fight. Now, that being said, these people weren't true to themselves. They didn't brand themselves. Um, when I went for open weight gi white belt masters, right? There was 5 people in my lightweight, but open weight it was just 4 of us. There was 5, but one person couldn't even be bothered to show up. And so that talks about speaks volumes. But yeah, this has been your boy Aki, MC Shaman, aka Shaman of Sexy, and I'm gonna sign off for now. But next week we'll have a new episode. We'll have a new topic. One word, one life, real.